Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is time for Aden in a car having too much coffee. Good afternoon, everyone. Well, did you do it? Did you complete the impossible task in which I have presented you this morning? Did you watch any Seinfeld? Well, if you did, why? Why did you? Why did you listen to a guy on the internet that told you to watch Seinfeld? Okay, so here's the whole premise. If you didn't catch this morning, friends and I, we're doing a rewatch of Seinfeld. I have not seen it in its entirety before. I've seen a few select episodes in the past. I probably would have told you then, not really my cup of tea. But also, I revered Seinfeld as being sort of a good comedy guy, and knew that this show had cultural significance to where comedy led to as far as the sitcom scene after it. I would have thought all of that going and sitting down to watch this. I am not having fun. I hate Seinfeld. The show, at least. Which is really interesting, seeing that this, comedians in cars getting coffee is like essentially the same thing as what I'm saying with Aden in a car after having too much coffee. Like this show is a spoof of his, thing he went on to do after the fact. But yeah, I don't like the characters. That's kind of something I've always kind of thought is like the characters of Jerry, George, Elaine, and Kramer. I don't like them as human beings in most of the decisions that they make throughout the show. I think it's almost a written worst case example for some of the things that you should do for mental health, which are the situations that they put themselves in, and it feels culturally insensitive at times. Those are my big hot takes on Seinfeld. You can at me in the comments if you must, but I'm told that the later seasons get better. I'm waiting for that to happen. I would say we're mostly through season 2 at this point. I don't think I'm going to make it through all of it, but I will continue to forage on. I won't talk about it on here, though. I completely told my friends that I'm doing this with that I wouldn't be making podcast content about this. This seems like kind of the pie-high sky of just in general saying, hey, we're doing this thing. I won't divulge any further into episodes. I did have a saving grace. I have a coworker I kind of brought up this whole topic to today. If you're watching, hey, what's up? They made me realize something. They had to make these jokes so other comedians would go on to eventually make better jokes. Like the whole concept of we stand on the shoulders of giants. So in the year 2021, here at the end of it, if I find Seinfeld culturally insensitive, in 1991, I think was when these episodes aired, maybe 92 at this point, that those jokes had to be made at that frame in time to make it okay so comedy can advance as a pop cultural thing. I don't know exactly what the labeling of what the concept I'm trying to convey right now, but for society to progress within the scope of comedy, those jokes had to be made at that time to be where we are today, is how I take it. I don't know, what do you think? Do you rewatch Seinfeld on loop? Do you put it on in the background and not really pay attention? Is it your comfort show? don't watch a ton of comedies either. Maybe I just don't like watching comedies. I find more comedy in watching people stream on Twitch than I do, or no, I take that back. I find more comedy mostly in short clips like TikTok. Has my brain been molded that I have to have just quick bursts of jokes like that? Is that what the real problem is here? I'll admit it. If that's where we're at, my brain's just warped that I have to have that hit of dopamine so much quicker than this show is able to provide for me. Now that's a hard pill to swallow for myself, but I'll admit it. I like slower paced dramas. Just saying. Well, this has been Friday, everyone. You made it. You're on your way home, I hope. I hope you're happy. I hope you're healthy. I hope you're driving safe. We'll catch you next week on the flip side from the weekend. Goodbye, everybody. GoPro, stop recording.